Do you ever find yourself lying awake at night or drifting through the day, wondering, is this person really right for me? Maybe it's just a fleeting thought, the kind that sneaks in when the excitement fades or during those quiet moments when you're alone with your feelings. You try to shake it off because, well, every relationship has its ups and downs, right? But deep down, you know there's more to it. When that doubt lingers, it's not just a passing thought, it's a signal. And it's worth asking yourself why it's there in the first place. Love can be complicated. It's messy, raw, and deeply vulnerable. But one thing it shouldn't be: a constant battle within yourself. There's a difference between navigating normal challenges and forcing yourself into something that doesn't align with who you are. And yet, so many of us hold on to relationships that don't feel right. Not because they bring us joy, but because we're afraid of what happens if we let go. Let's be honest for a moment. Recognizing the signs that you're with the wrong person isn't easy. It takes courage to see your relationship clearly and ask the tough questions. But when you do, you take back your power. You reclaim your peace, your dreams, and your right to grow. So today, we're going to talk about those signs, the ones we tend to ignore or explain away. By the end of this, you'll have a clearer picture of your relationship and, more importantly, of what you truly deserve. Before we dive in, if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss content that helps you grow and gain clarity. Now, let's get into it. 1. You're constantly walking on eggshells. Have you ever caught yourself hesitating before speaking, afraid that the wrong word or the wrong tone might set them off? If you feel like you're constantly tiptoeing around your partner's moods, second-guessing yourself, or replaying conversations in your head to figure out where you messed up, that's not love. It's survival mode. A relationship should feel like home, a place where you can express yourself freely without fear of being dismissed, criticized, or made to feel like you're always in the wrong. But when you're walking on eggshells, it's easy to lose yourself, to shrink, to silence your own needs just to avoid conflict. Ask yourself, do I feel emotionally safe with my partner? Can I express my feelings without fear of being judged or blamed? Am I constantly apologizing, even when I haven't done anything wrong? A healthy relationship isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about knowing that even in difficult moments, you're safe to be heard, understood, and respected. 2. Your values and goals. Don't align love can make us feel like we can overcome anything together. But what happens when your dreams, values, and long-term goals don't align? Maybe you've always imagined a life of adventure, traveling the world and chasing new experiences, while your partner dreams of settling down in one place. Maybe you're passionate about personal growth and ambition while they're content staying exactly where they are. Maybe you crave deep emotional connection while they struggle to open up. At first, these differences might seem small, but over time they start to feel like a quiet pull, slowly stretching you apart. Because when your core values and life visions don't match, one of two things happens. You either compromise so much that you lose yourself, or you wake up one day realizing that love alone was never going to be enough. Ask yourself, are we building the same kind of future? Do I feel like I have to sacrifice my dreams to keep this relationship going? Am I constantly trying to change or convince them to see things my way? Love is about growing together, not holding each other back. If you're forcing a future that doesn't fit, it might be time to rethink the present. The relationship feels one-sided. Relationships aren't about keeping score, but they also shouldn't feel like a one-person job. If you're the one constantly making plans, reaching out first, and putting in all the effort, ask yourself, am I in a relationship, or am I just maintaining one? At first, you tell yourself it's just their personality. They're not as expressive, they show love differently. But over time, the imbalance becomes undeniable. You pour your energy into the relationship, yet when you need support, it feels like you're running on empty. Maybe you plan special dates, leave thoughtful messages, or make sacrifices to make them happy. But when it's the other way around, silence, no reciprocation, no appreciation. And instead of feeling loved, you're left wondering if you're asking for too much. Ask yourself, am I the only one initiating conversations and making plans? Do I feel emotionally and physically supported by my partner? Am I constantly giving without receiving anything in return? Love should never make you feel like you're chasing after someone's effort. 4. You can't be your authentic self. A healthy relationship should be the one place where you can be your full, unfiltered self. But if you feel like you have to constantly hold back, hiding your opinions, silencing your emotions, or changing who you are just to keep the peace, you're not in a real relationship. You're performing in one. Maybe you've convinced yourself that it's normal, that you're just compromising. But true compromise means both people meet in the middle. It doesn't mean losing yourself in the process. Ask yourself, do I feel free to express my true thoughts and feelings? Am I constantly adjusting myself to avoid upsetting my partner? Do I feel like I have to earn their love by being someone I'm not? Love should feel like sunlight for your soul, helping you grow, not making you shrink. 5. You're staying out of fear, not love. Sometimes we stay in relationships not because they make us happy, but because we're terrified of what happens if we leave. Fear whispers, what if I never find someone else? What if I regret walking away? What if I'm alone forever? And so we hold on, long past the point where love has faded, long past the point where we feel seen, valued, and truly happy. Not because we want to, but because the alternative feels too uncertain. But here's the truth. Fear is not a foundation for love. If the only thing keeping you in a relationship is the fear of being alone, then you're not choosing love, you're avoiding loss. And there's a difference. Final thoughts. Relationships are some of the most powerful experiences we go through. They teach us about love, about connection, and most importantly, about ourselves. So let me ask you, are you walking on eggshells? Are your values and goals misaligned? Are you giving more than you're receiving? Do you feel like you have to change who you are? Are you staying because of fear? If any of these resonated with you, take a deep breath. You deserve more love, more peace, more alignment with who you are and where you're meant to go. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you never miss content that helps you grow and find clarity. You are worthy of love that feels like home. Never forget that. See you in the next one.